Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. And also don't forget to check out my website, waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your certified Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you my weekly What I Have Been Warming video. And this one's going to be the What Mama Couldn't Smell Because She Had a Cold edition. So I let my girls do a lot of the choosing, and a lot of what's here on this table happens to be what they were melting in their rooms because I didn't change the wax for about 3 days when I was really in the throes of a cold. So you might still be able to hear it in my voice, but I am on the upswing and back to melting lots of wonderful wax. So before I lost my sense of smell, one day I decided that I wanted to do Fluffy Fleece, which I hadn't really tackled since, gosh, before Christmas. And I like this, but I don't love it. It is a very laundry, powdery, kind of an old-fashioned smell in a sense, and it reminds me of the perfume counter at a department store, which I've heard different people talk about. It definitely has some laundry essence and some heliotrope, which is a very interesting note, and just things that sort of make it powdery and kind of floral and clean to me. So I enjoyed it, but like right now you could get a bar or a brick in clearance, and I'm not going to go get another one because it's just not my absolute favorite. So on the same day, I was also warming, and you'll laugh because I just pulled this out in a haul instead I was putting this away until next year. I decided I wanted to pair it with Polar Bear Hug because it was a very cold day here in Michigan in March. Like right now it's snowing out the window. And I love Polar Bear Hug, and it has enough in common with Fluffy Fleece that I thought that it would be an enjoyable pairing, a good melt together, and it was. And then I also found out that this bar, which I'm not terribly fond of, is good mixed in the same warmer with Fluffy Fleece. So that made somehow a nicer combination where if I want kind of a clean, fresh scent, I can do this mixed with that. So that was a success story for me, just trying to figure out what I was going to do with that Air of Adventure, or Adventure is out there. I always swap that with the Mandalorian bar. So then another mix that I was doing that I know I like is Walnut Raisin Muffin and Welcome Home. I like to mix Walnut Raisin Muffin with something else when I warm it because it doesn't have a lot of oomph on its own. Typically I'll either do it with sugar cookie to make it sweeter, or in this case I wanted to amp up kind of the spicy quality that is in the background in Walnut Raisin Muffin with Welcome Home, and it was very, very nice. So your Walnut Raisin Muffin just has this very low-key, mellow kind of warmth to it. It is a unique scent, and I do like it. I just wish that it had a stronger throw, and it was a little bit more assertive, because that's why I always end up mixing it. Welcome Home is a kind of middle-of-the-road, to me, rather generic spice, but it played beautifully with the Walnut Raisin Muffin and made for a very successful mix before I lost my sense of scent. So then, all of this is what my kids have been getting through in their rooms. And I don't typically go and pull any of that, or we'd be here for 30 or 40 minutes with the What I've Been Warmings. But since I had to slow down on the rest of the house because I couldn't appreciate it, I'm going to tell you what they were up to this week. So, my daughter Addie likes Coconuts for Coconuts, which I don't really love. I'll probably get one more bar in the summer because it'll be better when it's hot outside. But to me, this is just like suntan lotion and tiare flower, and when it says Coconuts for Coconuts, I wanted coconut, like an edible coconut. So, you know, it's kind of a womp, but she loves this. So she has been enjoying this in her Happy Herbitat warmer in her room. Then my other daughter is very much into fresh and floral. So she was warming apple parsley, which I do love. And I walked into her room the other day with a load of laundry and said, "Oh, what is that lovely smell?" It was apple parsley. And this is so good. So if you still have this from last year's Life is a Garden collection or Life's a Garden collection, I would definitely pull this out like March and April. It's a nice, fresh, springy, clean scent. So then my older daughter, she loves this smell, even though the rest of us tell her, keep it in your bedroom because we don't care for it. And that is Jade and Jasmine. And the only way I can liken this bar is to a herd of middle school boys who just discovered cologne. Whew, because it is just, it's strong and it's more masculine than feminine to me. It really, really smells like a body spray or a cologne, but maybe not one I would want on my husband. So, and please don't be mad if you love this scent. Abby loves this scent, and so we just let her melt. So then, Aloe Water and Cucumber was in the younger daughter's room. And this is really good. And her room's pretty small, so just one cube, totally filled it and rolled out into the hallway. And I think she was doing this before I lost my sense of smell, and it was really, really good. Very fresh and clean and sharp. So then she was doing pineapple mint, which many people don't care for, but most of our family loved this. That was from the Life's a Garden collection last year. And it just smells like summer and sunshine and lemonade and mint and freshness to us, so we really love this, and she was having a good time with that one day. And then she also melted a cube of coconut lemongrass in there. And this is such a wonderful, strong, sunny bar. You can get this one in a brick if you have Scentsy Club, and it's totally worth it. I really, really like this. It's been a classic with Scentsy for years, and I see why. So then, there's one more that I think my younger daughter was doing. Big Hero 6, which is really strong. So one little cube in her room went all over the house. And I do like this. It has quite a few extra notes, more than Sugared Strawberry, which she was melting another day. So it's a little more interesting, but I think on scent appeal, I like Sugared Strawberry better. So we bought a couple bars of this because it is interesting and you can probably won't come back, and I'm not going to put it in club, but in the future, if I'm sort of craving that, I think I'd rather mix this with a couple other things, like possibly when I get my scent all the way back. I'm kind of 3/4 of the way today. I think that we'll put this with some toasted marshmallow and some sun-ripened berry and see if it gets close to Big Hero 6 and maybe a little more marshmallow, which is what I would like. So then, the day that she was melting Sugared Strawberry in her room, I was just starting to be able to smell again. So I put 2 cubes of salted caramel cupcake out here. But it is so bizarre what happens to your nose when you can only smell some. So this ended up smelling like caramel and strawberries to me, which was really bizarre. Now I can smell the cocoa and all the other things that are supposed to be in here, but I walked into her room and said, "Are you melting Big Hero 6? Because I'm out in the other room and I can smell a little bit of caramel, but I also feel like I'm getting strawberries from salted caramel cupcake. Is that just my nose being weird?" She said, "Oh no, I'm melting sugar strawberry." So I don't know what was going on, but I think if you wanted a caramel covered strawberry, that this might not be so bad, mixed with something like sugared strawberry or even Big Hero 6. So maybe I found out that there is a hidden note in this bar that only when you have a cold can you smell it. So then, when I got my sniffer back most of the way, I melted a beautiful cube of Amazon Rain in my bedroom. So pretty. This scent doesn't have another one that compares exactly to it in the catalog, or really, I think, from any other candle company. So I absolutely love this. It's a beautiful classic. Sometimes they have it in cleaning, sometimes they have it in laundry, sometimes they have it in none and just in the wax, but it is a winner for me. So it's got jasmine and sort of like a coconutty flavor smell, which I don't know if that's in the notes, and some melon, and just this wonderful tropical rainforesty goodness. So I like that. Then, the day that I could smell enough to justify melting some wax more seriously, I did one of my comfort power trios. So the Relax, and 1 cube of Hendrix in a warmer because it's super strong, and lots of vanilla oud. Oh, what a good day. I think this was yesterday. This was all going. So they all share some notes. I had vanilla oud out here in the 2 warmers in my front room. This is a scent that rolls along at a very low level. So you don't walk into the room and think, whoa, lots of powerful, strong, hit you in the face smell. But you walk into a room and say, that smells good. What is it? In a way where it's intriguing. So that's why I keep this in my club, and it's just different than anything else Scentsy's ever made. So then in a lot of the other warmers, I had Relax, which is a little bit more straightforward, but it's a nice medium level scent and so comforting. And then Hendrix is pretty assertive, so I used 1 cube of this in the back of the dining room, and it was just fantastic. This is so rich. It's got some sandalwood, some pink pepper, some tobacco flower, and patchouli. But not so much patchouli that my family complains about it, so I really, really like that. So then another mix that I did in my bedroom before I lost my sense of smell was Simply Vanilla with 1/2 cube, 1 cube of Simply Vanilla to 1/2 cube of Almond Croissant, and that was to see if it would work out to pair with a tea from my tea video that I put out on Sunday. So If you have any interest in learning about tea and even the way that I paired some different bars, there's a very unique video there that some people have had a really good time with. If you haven't checked it out yet, I've gotten some really encouraging comments from that. So then, what else did I forget here? Oh, yes. So today, like I said, I'm about 3/4 of the way back in the game with my sniffer. So I wanted to do, it's snowing, so I needed spicy. Baked apple pie, which is in the front room, which is so good. This is such a lovely smell. If you want an all year round bakery that's just a classic, this is definitely it. And it's actually available in our very small bakery section. It's still there. So one that's not available right now, but I have a couple cubes in the kitchen to go with it, is apple butter frosting, which is in my club, which is a little bit smoother and sweeter and just a little bit more gentle. And the baked apple pie has a good bit more cinnamon. And then out here, I wanted to do a combination in a warmer. So I did Johnny Appleseed, 1 cube to 1 cube of vanilla bean buttercream. And I really like it. I don't think I've ever mixed those personally before. And it created this wonderful creamy apple smell, but Johnny Appleseed has kind of a punch and a tartness that you didn't lose. So it was assertive, vanilla bean buttercream was assertive, and it made a really nice creamy, apple-y, vanilla-y, good, fresh scent. So that is what we have been getting through. Oh, and one more. One day I asked my older daughter to come out here and put something in the warmer, so she put in 2 cubes of vitamin M, and that's when I knew I was really in trouble because this is pretty strong. I could barely smell it. I'm like, well, there's a little bit of sort of lavender, sandalwoody-ishness out front. I think I must be getting sick. So that is what I have been warming lately, and I was wondering, would you guys please put in the comments down below, what is your comfort scent category? For me, it's definitely bakery and spice, especially when you put the 2 of them in a bar. That is what I go to most of the time when I just really want to feel like my house is at its very best scent-wise. And different people like different things. So as you saw with this pile, my older daughter, she's comforted by very fresh scents and very strong cologne-y scents. That doesn't really, appeal to me. My younger daughter really likes sweet. She can't wait for Cotton Candy Cookie to come back in the near future. That'll be in Bring Back My Bar in June. And those are the things that she goes to when she wants to be comforted. So I was just curious what your wheelhouse is. What is it that always delights you, that's always consistent? And I see as I do the What I've Been Warmings every week, there's always at least one day where I reach for those bakery spice bars or something like Relax, which is also very warm and rich, even though it's not technically spicy or bakery, because that is just what I love. So I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.